Hello there. This is Dean, communication strategist and founder of Nebula Consulting and Training. Since you're watching this video, it means you really want to get good at writing an opinion article, right? And I know that you have been struggling at it for some time. So let me check. You have all the ideas in your head, but when it comes to putting it on paper, suddenly everything goes muddled up and you get stuck. Well, you must have tried to write that article a number of times and you keep getting stuck. So you just tell yourself that you are better at speaking about the topic than writing about it. And maybe you may be concerned about your command of English. I know that all that grammatical errors can really reflect badly on your credibility. Well, stay with me. I'm going to share with you how my influential writing workshop is going to solve all these writing problems that you have. But first off, the reason why your mind gets all muddled up when you write is because of many misconceptions that you have about the writing process, and you have accumulated it over time. And you may be surprised that many of these misconceptions are perpetuated in English lessons back when you were in school. Now, the moment you know how professional writers like myself approach the writing process and we write on a deadline, it will unleash your true writing talents. I don't care how bad you think your English is, you will experience a big shift, guaranteed. So let me tell you my experience. When I first started writing for my clients around 15 years ago, I had the same issues that you're having now. It took me 1 week to write just one article, and it was such a struggle. So I know exactly how you feel. And the worst part is that my clients are paying me to write. So I better do a good job, right? So, and there was a lot of expectation, and it was really stressful for me. This went on for some time until one day I was dealing with a journalist as part of my PR work. And she said she had to rush back to submit the news article by 6 p.m. today. And I looked at my watch and it was already 3 p.m. And I thought, how is it that journalists can write their articles so fast? And the answer came to me. There must be a structure to the writing process, and there must be a process. So if I have a structure and process, I too can write fast. Makes sense. So it took me some time, but I did it. What took me 1 week went down to just 3 days to write one article. But 3 days is not good enough because when I get a writing project, I want to get it done fast. So I worked on my processes further, and the 3 days became 1 day. And then I refined it further, and now it takes me 30 minutes to come up with a first draft. And as I say, the rest is editing. You know, that is not the end of the story. I wanted my article to be really good. I want it to be a really good read, as people would say. So if you're already writing now, you are probably focusing on making your article clear. That makes a good article. But a great article is clear, concise, and compelling. Today, that is what I can do very well. When you write a concise article, it makes your reader enjoy what you have to say without having to plow through so much content. And they will come out of it thinking, wow, I feel like this article is written just for me. That is what I aim for every time I write an article, be it for myself or for my clients. So come join my influential writing workshop and I will teach you everything. I will give you the templates. I will give you cheat sheets, which you can take and use it in your article and everything else. Essentially, at the end of the workshop, you will have everything you need. And the only thing that's going to stop you is yourself. If you do what I teach you to do, you're going to write an amazing articles. So if you're worried about your English, I tell you, uh, why should it matter really? There are so many tools to help you polish up your grammar. And I will introduce some at the workshop. And wait, before you think, why don't I just use AI Writer? Wouldn't it be so much easier? Well, I'll tell you this. I've used the AI writers myself, and they are good for people who want to produce just average content. When I use the AI writer, I just want to try out, right? And I found that the AI pads your article with a lot of unnecessary content. Whether you are a business owner, consultant, or solopreneur, you need to put out influential articles, not just average articles. Your content is an indicator of your expertise. It builds trust. I will teach you how to put your points across to make your opinion articles of what we call a journalistic quality, which means it is good enough to be published in magazines and newspapers. I have ghostwritten for so many of my clients that got published in the media. I didn't pay for it, so the editor thought that it was good enough, quality is good enough at journalistic level, and they published it as part of the content. I've also written a lot of content for brands like Fuji Xerox and Direct Asia, just to name two of them, right? And I've used the same technique to write 3 books. One of the book I wrote in just 10 days flat. No hyperbole, it's true. Now think about the investment for this influential writing workshop. It is less than the cost of getting a professional writer to write the article for you. I know this, of course, because I charge higher for an article than what you would be paying for this workshop. And you're going to learn everything you need. And trust me, you're going to have a lot of aha moment even in the first session. But you know what? In all my workshop, I always have an escape clause for my participants. If by the end of the first session, you don't think you learned a lot, just send me an email and ask for a full refund. No bad feelings on my part, because I want every single participant to feel like they had a massive shift in their writing skills. Writing opinion article is one of the best ways to position yourself as an expert and a thought leader in your niche. And when you get good at this, writing a book is going to be a breeze for you. And that can only start with this influential writing workshop. So I will see you at the influential writing workshop. See ya and have a good day.